How's it going, everyone? I am finally here with the Star Wars The Vintage Collection ARC Commander Havoc from the Clone Wars, and this has been one of my most highly anticipated figures ever, maybe, alongside his counterparts, ARC Commander Blitz and Colt. The Rancor Battalion ARC Troopers are some of my favorite clones in all of Star Wars, and even though they only appeared in one episode, they've become pretty iconic, at least to Clone Trooper fans and action figure collectors, as their original figures that came out in the original Clone Wars line have gone down as some of the most sought after Clone Trooper figures ever made, just because they were so rare and they are now very expensive. So the fact that Hasbro is bringing them back into the TVC is just a godsend, because now my childhood dreams can be fulfilled, at least some of them, and new collectors can be introduced to these awesome characters. Commander Havoc was the first figure of the 3 Rancor Battalion figures that we have so far. I don't know if they're gonna do Hammer, I don't think they will, but it would be nice. But Havoc was the first one to get revealed, and therefore the first one to get pre-orders and to ship out. So he's the one that everyone has right now. Some people have gotten Colt and Blitz early. Wish that would happen to me. But regardless, Havoc is the one that we have right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this card back. And yes, I did buy 2 of them, mainly because I was worried that the paint apps weren't going to look good on the helmet, which was a genuine concern because, you know, that's kind of a problem in all Star Wars figures right now. But also because this one that I have right here is a little bit messed up. It actually looks pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie. But the mouth print is just slightly lower than it should be. I don't even know if you can notice it. It's a very minute detail. But regardless, at least the one that I took out of the packaging looks near perfect. And of course, it's just awesome to have this figure in a sealed condition, just because it looks really good. I mean, this card back is probably one of my favorites. I love the red light in the background. It meshes really well with the overall character design. It's probably when, you know, spoiler alert, Havoc is about to die. But regardless, it looks really cool. Although that does kind of remind me of the hallway that Commander Colt died in. So maybe they did a little bit of photoshopping. But anyways, it still looks really good. And it is an actual shot, at least for Havoc, from the Clone Wars instead of one of those garbage Photoshop renders that they usually do. Clone Wars logo looks great as always. There's the 20th anniversary logo. And over on the back, you can see some other figures. I did get the Artillery Stormtrooper. I should probably make a video about that at some point. And then I've also got the Scout Trooper with Speeder Bike that I've already made a video on, so go check that out if you feel like it. And this is actually VC 274. So let's go ahead and take a look at this figure itself. Obviously, it is just a repaint of the TVC ARC Trooper mold, which is totally fine because it fits this figure in terms of accuracy. And it is probably the best Clone Trooper mold that we've had at the 3 3/4 inch scale. It's probably going to end up being better than the new one as well. And wow, this is just a great looking figure. I love it so much. It does have a slightly different shade of blue than the 501st blue, so, you know, yeah, another blue ARC Trooper, but it's a little bit different. And at least for me, it's a more interesting character. Yes, Fives and Echo and Jesse are really cool, but I've always preferred background characters for some reason, especially when it comes to clones. I just feel like this is a more interesting character design. And I don't know why, but I think it's cool that he died in the same episode that we were introduced to him in. So there is like no character development. There's hardly any character at all. It's just a clone that looks cool, and that's it. I have him here with the blaster rifle right now. He does come with all of the other accessories, you know, the pistols and the normal carbine, which you can tab into his back, and he's got the holsters for the pistols, but those are too tiny and they always fall out, so I just don't have them there right now. As you can see, everything about this figure just looks so good. There's nothing too crazy going on. It's, once again, just a repaint, but you've got to appreciate that helmet print. I mean, that is some of the best I've seen from Hasbro. They actually colored within the lines. Isn't that so great? Awesome job, guys. You get a golden star. Anyways, you do have the rangefinder up here. It can be moved down over the visor. Looks really cool. Here's what the back of the helmet looks like. It's just some gray going on, basically. Continuation of those stripes. And the helmet can be removed, revealing a unique face that we haven't seen before on a clone. He does have sideburns and a bit of a goatee, which is really cool. We've never seen Havoc with his helmet off before, so it's nice that Hasbro kind of did this themselves just so the figure could be a little bit more unique. And it's a great head sculpt as always with great paint apps, just looks really good. And I think it's cool that they do have these sideburns on there because it kind of mimics those paint apps on the side of the helmet. I just want everyone to appreciate how this figure looks. I mean, whether you like ARC Troopers or not, this has to be one of the best looking Star Wars figures I've ever seen. It looks near perfect, way better than anything I've seen in the Black Series. The proportions are amazing, the paint apps are amazing. I love it so much. But that does about do it for this video. I've gone over pretty much everything there is to talk about with this figure. I don't know how else I can say that it just looks really great, and at least I would say it's one of the best Clone Trooper action figures that we've ever gotten from Hasbro, and hopefully it'll be the same for the rest of Rancor Battalion once they come out. I'm sure that it will be as long as they just have good paint apps. Definitely recommend picking this up. I don't know if you can still buy it anywhere. I know it's on eBay for probably like 20-30 bucks, which is overpriced. I did pre-order it from Walmart when it first dropped, and I actually think that Commander Colt is still in stock over there. You know, it could just be a lie because it's Walmart and they do that, but unfortunately Havoc and Blitz are not in stock for pre-orders anymore, so I would definitely try and get those off of eBay if you can, and definitely go snag Colt while you still can, because like I said, these are new versions of some of the most valuable Clone Trooper action figures that Hasbro has ever done. You know, these figures, these characters have only been made into action figure form once before, at least officially by Hasbro. So if you even remotely like Clone Troopers, I would not miss out on it. Anyways, I'm done talking. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.